Taylor Swift's billion-dollar life. When Taylor Swift started playing guitar at 12 years old, nobody predicted she would become the first musician to earn $1 billion purely from music. Today, she's worth $1.6 billion, and her Eras Tour generated more revenue than some countries' entire economies. This is the story of how a teenage country singer transformed into the most powerful woman in entertainment. If you want to discover how Taylor Swift broke every rule in the music industry to build $1 billion empire, hit that subscribe button now. What you're about to learn will change how you think about artist ownership forever. Small-town beginnings. Born on December 13, 1989, in West Reading, Pennsylvania, Taylor Allison Swift was raised by parents who understood the value of investment. Her father, Scott Swift, worked in financial services, while her mother, Andrea, was a former marketing executive. This business-minded household would prove crucial to Taylor's later success. At age 10, Taylor convinced her grandmother to teach her 3 guitar chords. By 12, she was writing her own songs and performing at local events. Unlike most aspiring artists, Taylor had a clear vision. She wanted to move to Nashville and become a country star. In 2003, when Taylor was just 13, her family made a life-changing decision. They relocated to Nashville so Taylor could pursue her music career. This wasn't just blind faith it was a calculated investment that would pay off beyond anyone's imagination. The Big Machine era. At 14, Taylor became the youngest artist ever signed by Sony ATV Music Publishing House. A year later, she signed with Big Machine Records, an independent label run by Scott Borchetta. The deal seemed perfect at the time, but it would later become the source of her greatest business battle. Her self-titled debut album in 2006 changed everything. Songs like Teardrops on My Guitar and Our Song dominated country radio, but more importantly, they showcased Taylor's unique ability to turn personal experiences into universal anthems. Fearless in 2008 proved Taylor wasn't a one-hit wonder. The album spent 11 weeks at #1 and produced crossover hits like Love Story and You Belong With Me. At just 20 years old, Taylor became the youngest Album of the Year Grammy winner in history. But the real genius was in the details. From the beginning, Taylor wrote or co-wrote nearly every song, ensuring she owned the publishing rights, a decision that would eventually make her hundreds of millions. The pop transformation. By 2014, Taylor made her boldest move yet. 1,989 Inches was a complete departure from country music, establishing her as a pop superstar. The album sold nearly 11 million copies worldwide and spawned hits like Shake It Off and Blank Space. What many didn't realize was that Taylor was quietly studying the business side of music. She negotiated unprecedented control over her image, her tours, and her fan relationships. When Apple Music launched without paying artists during free trials, Taylor wrote an open letter that forced the tech giant to change its policy overnight. Her tours became increasingly profitable. The 1989 World Tour grossed $250 million, making Taylor the highest-earning tour artist of 2050. She learned that touring, not album sales, was where real money lived in the streaming age. The master recording battle. In 2019, Taylor's business education reached a painful climax. Scooter Braun's company purchased Big Machine Records for $300 million, giving him control of her first 6 albums' master recordings. For Taylor, this wasn't just business, it was personal. Instead of accepting defeat, Taylor made a decision that would reshape the music industry. She announced she would re-record all her old albums to own new masters. Industry experts called it impossible, but Taylor understood something they didn't. Her fans would choose her versions over the originals. Fearless. Taylor's version in 2021 debuted at #1, proving her strategy worked. Red. Taylor's version followed, generating massive streaming numbers and demonstrating that artists could reclaim control of their work. The Eras Tour phenomenon. In 2023, Taylor announced the Eras Tour, a retrospective journey through her entire catalog. What followed was unprecedented in entertainment history. The tour became a cultural and economic phenomenon, spanning 149 shows across 5 continents. It attracted over 10 million fans and grossed $2.07 billion, making it the highest-grossing tour of all time. But the numbers tell only part of the story. The tour generated an estimated $5 billion in total economic impact across the United States alone. Cities competed to host shows, knowing they would receive economic boosts equivalent to hosting multiple Super Bowls. Taylor's take-home earnings from the tour are estimated between $500 $600 million after expenses. To put this in perspective, she earned more from one tour than most Fortune 500 companies make in profit annually. Multiple revenue streams. The Eras Tour success extended far beyond ticket sales. Taylor's merchandise operation generated an estimated $200 million during the first 60 shows alone. She created limited edition items for each city, turning concerts into shopping experiences. Her concert film Taylor Swift: The Eras Tour became another masterstroke. By self-distributing through AMC theaters and negotiating 57% of box office revenue, she earned approximately $205 million from the film's $262 million global gross. The accompanying book, The Eras Tour Book, sold over 1 million copies in its first week, becoming 2024's best-selling book. Every aspect of the tour was monetized while maintaining artistic integrity. Reclaiming her legacy in May 2025, Taylor achieved what many thought impossible. She purchased her original master recordings from Shamrock Capital for approximately $360 million, finally owning her complete catalog. This wasn't just about money, it was about artistic control. Taylor now owns 100% of her music, ensuring future generations of her family will benefit from her work. The deal made her one of the few artists to successfully reclaim their entire catalog. Her music catalog alone is now valued at $700, $800 million, representing the largest portion of her $1.6 billion net worth. The real estate empire. Taylor's business acumen extends beyond music. Her real estate portfolio, worth $125 million, includes strategic properties across the United States. In New York City, she owns multiple Tribeca apartments worth over $50 million combined. Her Rhode Island holiday house has become a cultural landmark, while her Nashville penthouse represents her country music roots. Each property purchase was strategic, chosen in markets that appreciate over time. Unlike many celebrities who buy trophy homes, Taylor treats real estate as serious investments. Breaking industry barriers, Taylor's billion-dollar achievement is particularly significant because she's the first musician to reach this milestone purely through music. No beauty brands, fashion lines, or unrelated business ventures. She proved that artists can maintain complete creative control while building massive commercial success. Her negotiation with record labels for ownership of future masters influenced countless other artists to demand better deals. When Spotify initially refused to pay fair streaming rates, Taylor pulled her catalog until they improved artist compensation. Her actions forced industry-wide changes that benefited all musicians. The Swiftonomics effect. Economists coined the term Swiftonomics to describe Taylor's economic impact. Her influence extends far beyond music into fashion, tourism, and consumer behavior. When Taylor wore certain colors or brands, sales surged globally. Her recent preference for orange, tied to her upcoming album, has major retailers flooding markets with orange-themed products worth billions, and cities bid aggressively to host her concerts, knowing the economic benefits extend far beyond the venue. Hotels, restaurants, and local businesses see massive revenue increases during her tour stops. The future empire. At 35, Taylor shows no signs of slowing down. Her upcoming album, The Life of a Showgirl, was announced during Travis Kelce's podcast, generating 11 million views in 24 hours. Each new release adds millions to her catalog value. She's expanding into publishing with Taylor Swift Publications and continuing to find new revenue streams from existing content. The billion-dollar blueprint. Taylor Swift's journey from teenage country singer to billionaire mogul offers a masterclass in modern entertainment business. She proved that authentic artistic expression and shrewd business strategy aren't mutually exclusive. Taylor showed that artists don't need to compromise their vision to achieve massive commercial success. She wrote the songs she wanted to write, controlled her narrative, and turned authenticity into her most valuable asset. From a 12-year-old with a guitar to a $1.6 billion empire, Taylor Swift didn't just succeed in the music industry, she fundamentally changed it forever.